Hey there, nerds. Jimmy Palmquist here with a little drive time movie talk, I guess. Now, it's one of those things where I grew up in an era where you kind of think of Steven Spielberg, Martin Scorsese, Woody Allen, George Lucas, not necessarily director George Lucas, but producer George Lucas, as the directors. And they're the ones making the great movies. Well, it hit me recently that what movies am I watching nowadays? Because I don't necessarily go to a film just to see a specific director. But I did notice I was watching, I really like everything that Christopher Nolan made. No surprise. But as I saw this one movie recently, and I didn't see it in theaters, I bought it on iTunes, I was really impressed with the movie. And I knew who the director was, and I'm like, you know what, let's see what else he's done, because I know a couple things. And I was really, really shocked. I found that I liked pretty much everything he's done. And he went from producer to now director, so I liked his producing stuff too. And that is Matthew Vaughn. And the movie was The Kingsman. I thoroughly enjoyed this film. Now, if you're like me and you didn't see it in the theater, you need to check this out. I bought it on iTunes a couple weeks ago, and I've seen it, I don't know, 10 times now. It's thoroughly entertaining. It is definitely in his style. I would compare it more to a Kick-Ass, where I'm guessing there was less studio involvement than like an X-Men First Class, where I can only imagine the studio involvement and getting your hands in there, especially probably Bryan Singer annoying the hell out of him. But yeah, I really enjoyed The Kingsman. I love Colin Firth in that. He is awesome. He's definitely the gentleman side, but when you see him do action stuff, I was in awe and impressed. To my knowledge, up to this point, I've seen Bridget Jones' Diary, and him fighting Hugh Grant, and it's the worst fighting style you've ever seen. It's hilarious. I could watch that for a 2-hour movie. That was my knowledge of him doing action, stunts, that sort of thing, fighting. But seeing him in this movie, holy cow, he's phenomenal. Samuel Jackson is great as the bad guy, and his lisp throughout the whole movie is so entertaining. I don't even know what to say about it. It's fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed the supporting cast. Mark Strong as a supporting role as not a bad guy was great. I mean, I love him as a bad guy in Sherlock Holmes. I thought he was great as a bad guy in Kick-Ass. He just was a great good guy. I really enjoyed that. Michael Caine, fantastic. Mark Hamill. Why didn't anybody tell me Mark Hamill was in a movie? I totally would have seen it in the theaters. I missed that one. But it was great to see him. I thoroughly enjoy seeing him on screen. I don't think he's a phenomenal actor. I just think he's fun to be on screen. I do think he's a phenomenal voice actor. I will say that. But he was great. I loved it. I loved the movie. I thought the action scenes were great. I thought the story was great. I thought the music was great. Really enjoyed it. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you check out The Kingsman.